Hey YouTube, it's Filgamesh. Um, this is something I've mentioned before, but several times a year my local comic book shop does these sales where it's like they have a different percentage amount off of different things in the store, like apparel and toys and trade paperbacks. And the back issues are 50% off. These things are killing me, of course, because, well, see for yourself. That is what I've ended up with this time. These are just bags and boards. I haven't put anything in yet, but the rest of this is all stuff that I got in the sale. Um, so I'm not going to do all that in one video. I'm going to try to see if I can just split it over into two videos. I'll do one Marvel and one DC. First, let me get this one out of the way. This is Magnus Robot Fighter number 17. This is, I'm pretty sure, I'm going to have to go through my Magnus collection, but I'm pretty sure this is the last um, of the early issues of Magnus Robot Fighter that I didn't have. So I think for my collection of Jim Shooter era Valiant comics, the only one I'm missing is Solar number 6, if I'm not mistaken. I do need to go through it and make sure, but I'm pretty sure that that's correct. So, let me just dive into the DC books. I was going to start with that. Oops, sorry. Yeah, I flipped some books aside and it rattled the whole table again. So first, let's start with Deathstroke number 1 from the Rebirth series. Now, the main reason that I got this is because I wanted to get the first appearance of Red Lion, which is like DC's Black Panther analog. Is analog the right word? Well, whatever. You know what I mean. And I couldn't remember offhand whether he first appeared in this or in the Deathstroke Rebirth one-shot. Turns out it was the one-shot, so this isn't his first appearance. But it's not that big a deal. Again, I got this for $2.50, so it wasn't that expensive. Not by itself. All these things together certainly do add up. So yeah, I'm going to keep an eye out for that Deathstroke Rebirth one shot. This is the variant cover. I want to say Shane Davis is the cover artist. But yeah, it's the start of a really good Deathstroke run written by Christopher Priest. So yeah, that's kind of cool. And then I got a bunch of these. I wanted to work on this run of Batgirl and the Birds of Prey, the variant covers by Kamome Shirahama. Because these are some, after seeing that Wonder Woman cover that she did, I wanted to kind of seek out more of her artwork, and this is like a really nice run of covers. So I got issue 1, got issue 2, issue 3, issue 4, and again, individually, these are all very inexpensive. Set these aside. There we go. There's issue 7. I'm going to stand up. This will probably make it easier on me. I'm going to deal with this entire box. There's issue 12. The Catwoman cover. And Wonder Woman on the cover of issue 15. There is an issue, I want to say it was 16 or 17, that had Harley on the cover. It was a really cool looking cover, and but it was like this, a lot of black along the background, and the copy of it that I found during the sale, it looked like look kind of like, I don't know, like someone had taken it like if this is the edge of the table and this is the book, and they just kind of folded it and ran it along the edge of the table because the spine was so ticked up. It was unbelievable. Kind of heartbreaking. And then I found another copy at a different store, and it had the exact same problem. So, I don't know. Hopefully I'll find a decent copy of it at some point. All right, so I also picked up some of the Middleton variant covers for Aquaman, issue 10. Really nice mirror cover. Issue 13. I really like that because it actually, looks like it takes place underwater. It's pretty cool. And then this is a really awesome cover. Issue 18. Aquaman swimming with the sharks. All really cool stuff. Okay, so let me move these out of the way. And we'll move on to a different batch of books. I found a bunch of these reprint issues where there's like two different versions of these. There's these Millennium editions with these gold foil seals, and then there's like something called Silver Age Classics, even though one of the ones that I've got is a Bronze Age book. Well, a reprint of a Bronze Age book. But yeah, these are all just, major keys from the Golden Age or the Silver Age. So first up, we got All-Star Comics number 3, which is the first appearance of the Justice Society of America. And then we got All-Star Comics number 8, which is, I guess it's the first appearance of Wonder Woman. It's weird. You'd think I would know that, but I'm actually not sure. First appearance of Wonder Woman. Because wasn't that like Sensation Comics number 1 or something like that? I'm not sure. I'd have to look it up. It's one of those things where it's like, you'd think that I would know it, but it's one of those books that is so far out of my price range that I'm not even worried about it, so why should I bother to keep up with who first appears in what issue? But anyway, a reprint of More Fun Comics number 73, the first appearances of Aquaman and Green Arrow. Adventure Comics number, what issue is this? I don't know. Whichever issue of Adventure Comics this is, with the first appearance of Starman. Let me move these. Because a lot of these books are actually really thick, too. Alright. I don't know which issue of Detective Comics this is, but on the cover it says DC unveils the first comic dedicated to a single theme. I'm guessing racism? I'm not sure. I haven't read it. And then we got Detective Comics number 38, the first appearance of Robin. What is this? More Fun Comics number 101, the first appearance of Superboy. And to go along with that, Action Comics number 252, the first appearance of Supergirl. Moved from the Golden Age into the Silver Age there. Actually, let me move these. Okay. And the Bronze Age reprint I was talking about. House of Secrets number 92. The first appearance of Swamp Thing. Not the Alec Holland version of the character, but the original version. Was it like Alex Olsen, I think? But anyway, Bernie Wrightson. It's awesome. I haven't opened this up yet and read through it, but I really want to, because Bernie Wrightson is freaking awesome. Okay. And definitely a Silver Age classic, because it's widely considered the first comic book of the Silver Age. Showcase number 4 with the first appearance of the Barry Allen Flash. And showcase number 22. Yeah, I can't read it, but I know it's showcase number 22. The first appearance of the Hal Jordan Green Lantern. And the last of these reprints, The Brave and the Bold, number 28, the first appearance of the Justice League of America. So I kind of started these reprints with the first appearance of the Justice Society, and ended with the first appearance of the Justice League. How fitting is that? Very fitting, I said. Anyway. Moving on. These are just a couple of books. You know, I would like at some point to put together a complete run of Neil Gaiman's Sandman. I probably have, what is it, 75 issues long, plus the special. I probably have about half of it at this point. But anyway, this is issue number 18, A Dream of a Thousand Cats. Man, when I showed this to my friend, his cat actually started rubbing its head against this issue. Which I was like, oh wait, let me get my phone and record this. But of course, as soon as I did, the cat stopped and went away. Because that's how they do. And then another run I would like to put together a complete version of is Alan Moore's Saga of the Swamp Thing, which later simply becomes Swamp Thing. This is issue number 26. This is just another issue from that run that I didn't have. Really cool horror cover with Swamp Thing fighting this snake-looking demon, and then the actual demon in the background. Really awesome stuff. All right, moving on to some Wonder Woman. We got from the John Byrne run, Wonder Woman number 105. I saw this one in somebody's video recently. It's the first appearance of Cassie Sandsmark, who becomes Wonder Girl. And I think it might have been Mercenot, I'm not sure. But they were pointing out how unbelievably ugly this cover is, and it really is. I mean, this does not look like a teenage girl. And Wonder Woman, the less said about her pose, the better. I mean, it looks like she's popping a squat. It's horrible. Moving on to a much prettier Wonder Woman cover. Wonder Woman number 174. This is just the one of the Adam Hughes covers. I would, of course, like to get all of these at some point. This is the only one that I found during this particular sale. So, moving on. We got the first issue of the Copper Age series of Green Lantern, in which he eventually goes crazy and, well, I guess possessed by Parallax or whatever, and then gets replaced by Kyle Rayner as Green Lantern. But that's the first issue. And speaking of Kyle Rayner, I found a copy of issue 51 from this series, which is the when Kyle Rayner takes over as Green Lantern. Not his first appearance, but you know. All right. And then we got Superman Annual number 11. This is a classic story by Alan Moore called For the Man Who Has Everything. It was adapted into an episode of, I can't remember if it was the Superman animated series or the Justice League animated series back in the day, but yeah, it's just a really great story. With Mongul as the antagonist. Still looking for his first appearance. I have not been able to find it. DC Comics Presents number 27. Ironically enough, I have a 26, but I can't find 27. Or 28 for that matter. All right. And we got Teen Titans number 40. This is the first cover appearance of Miss Martian. I have like 2 copies of her first appearance in issue 37. But this is the first time that I've grabbed this book. Moving back in time a little bit to the George Perez, Marv Wolfman run. Got Teen Titans New Teen Titans number 3. And New Teen Titans number 4. Of course, I'd love to put together an entire run of this. There's so many runs I want to get. It's crazy. All right. Found this. Got it for $2. Infinite Crisis number 3, the first appearance of Jaime Reyes, who becomes the second Blue Beetle in Infinite Crisis number 5, which I don't think I have. Anyway, it's one that I'm keeping an eye out for. And I saw this, thought it was pretty cool. I've seen this artwork like back when I first started collecting comics, but I never really picked up the book. This is Invasion Book 1 with artwork by Todd McFarlane. Always kind of wanted it, but never really looked for it until I just happened to run across it in a box. I was like, yep, $3.25, half off of $3.25. I'm taking that. Okay, so from the New 52, something else I'm trying to do right now is I'm trying to get all of the first issues from the original 52 launch books from the New 52. God, that's saying the word 52 an awful lot. So I've got a pretty good start on that, and I got a whole bunch of them during this sale that I'm about to show, along with the ones that I've picked up elsewhere along the way, and the ones that I picked up when they first came out, because I got like a quarter of the line when it first came out, and I picked up a lot more since then. There's still some that I need, including some that are going to be really hard to get, but eventually I would like to get all of them, and then I'll do like a showcase video where I show all of them. But anyway, I found Legion Lost number 1. Found the Green Lantern Corps number 1. Found Deathstroke number 1. Found Catwoman number 1. Found Batman the Dark Knight number 1. The first appearance of the White Rabbit, I believe. Found a Superman number 1. Now this one's kind of interesting because, well, first of all, my local comic book store, I call it my local comic book store because it's where I have my pull list, but the store actually has like 5 or 6 like stores around town. Like it's a chain. Well, I mean, I guess it's a chain. Anyway, it's all owned by one guy, but the store has like 5 or 6 locations around town. And so at the one where I normally go on Wednesdays, like they had a copy of this, but they had it for $18, which I thought even half off of $18 is too much to pay for Superman number 1 from the New 52. So I left it there. I was, hoping to find a better deal. And at a different location, I found this one for $14. It may be a slightly lower grade, not by much, but the thing about it is, and I didn't even notice this until I got it home, but it's autographed. I guess on the left over here is the artist, Jesus Marino. It kind of looks like it might say Marino. And that, I assume, is George Perez's signature, which would be pretty awesome if that's the case. So not only did I only pay $7 for this one, but it's autographed as well. I mean, obviously it's not witnessed or anything, but still, that's pretty awesome. I was pretty happy to discover that. And then found a copy of Detective Comics #1, which is the first appearance of the Dollmaker. And then, although this wasn't one of the original 52 launch titles, I definitely couldn't pass it up. Harley Quinn #1 from the New 52, so her second series. And I think there was something like a good 10 years between the first series and this one, so it's kind of like the demand for the character had, I guess, probably built up over time. So she was ready for another series by the time they decided to do this one. All right. So, setting these aside. Okay. Let's get into some Jack Kirby, some Fourth World stuff. Got Mr. Miracle #18. This is, well, I don't know if it's the last issue of Mr. Miracle, but I think it's Jack Kirby's last issue. And this is the wedding of Scott Free and Big Barda. And it certainly looks like Darkseid is planning to crash the wedding. So that's pretty cool. And we got New Gods #3, first appearance of the Black Racer, which is, I guess, Jack Kirby sort of doing a new iteration of the Silver Surfer, but this time he's deaf and he's on skis. And got New Gods #9, which is with the first appearance of Forager. So that's pretty cool. Right. Moving on back to some more relatively recent stuff. This stuff is from over 10 years ago, but you know what I mean. Got some Adam Hughes Catwoman. Really wish I'd gotten all these when they first came out, but oh well. I was buying comics back then, but I wasn't buying a whole lot of them. So anyway, we got Catwoman #46. Catwoman #49. I'm looking for places to put all these. We got Catwoman #50. Did I get Catwoman #51, the infamous mugshot cover? No, I did not. But I did get Catwoman #80. And #82. I love these Adam Hughes covers, and man, at some point I'm going to have all of them. Even #51. Okay. Got some more Bronze Age stuff here. We got The Mighty Isis #1, which I guess was originally a TV show, and DC must have just had the rights to the character, and they published a series with her. But yeah, that's kind of cool. We got that, and I found her first appearance in Shazam #25. We'll end with some Batman books. Found a really nice copy of Vengeance of Bane #2. I did not find a copy of issue #1 with his first appearance, but still, I guess that's his second appearance. Glenn Fabry cover. Same guy who did all the Preacher covers. Batman stuff is, of course, a little bit tamer than Preacher. Very surprised to find this because it seems like, I mean, Batman White Knight, you know, a super popular series. Really cool. As far as I can tell, this is just, you know, a regular first print of issue 1. But normally, I mean, I can't find like issues 1 through 3. I have issue 3. I don't have issue 2, so I really need to find that one. But yeah, this is a really great series by Sean Gordon Murphy, writing and drawing. It's probably the closest thing we have to like a modern classic, like you had back in the 80s with I don't know, Daredevil Born Again or something like that. All right, this is my second copy of this book, Detective Comics number 850. It has what is considered the first appearance of the Gotham City Sirens, which is like the team of Catwoman, Poison Ivy, and Harley Quinn. My first copy I found at a convention, and I found it for like, I want to say like $30 or something like that. This had a price tag of $6 on it, so I got it for $3. So major stealth buy right there. I don't know how that slipped past them, but I had no qualms about taking it. And then from the Grant Morrison run of Batman, we got issue number 657. This is part of the Batman and Son storyline with the introduction of Damian Wayne. And I think this is Damian Wayne's first cover appearance. I couldn't find issue 656, but I did find issue 655, the first appearance of Damian Wayne. So, wow. That is all of the DC books that I got, along with the issue of Magnus Robot Fighter. I'm definitely going to cut it off there because I've gone over 27 minutes and I really didn't mean to. The Marvel video will probably be about the same length. Lord knows. Anyway. Alright, so that's it. Thank you for watching. Feel free to leave a comment and let me know what you think. So everybody take care.